And designer Eddie Slimane is on the move, and he's taking the iconic French label he heads with him to a new home in Los Angeles. Here to bring us up to date with all the changes Eddie's making at Saint Laurent is WSJ On Style columnist Christina Binkley. Christina, thanks so much for joining us. I have to tell you, I can't keep up. First, Eddie drops the Eve from Yves Saint Laurent, right? What else has changed?
Well, he changed that famous logo, the YSL, which drove a lot of people crazy. It had been famous for so long. So now we have to remember to say Saint Laurent or Saint Laurent,
right?
And in nice Helvetica type.
Right. Okay. I'm going to try to keep that in mind. But now from Paris to LA, I mean, how does Eddie explain this move? It must be controversial.
It is controversial. He does not explain it. We've had to read the tea leaves. You know, the first thing that was announced when he took over 2 years ago was that he was going to do the design and have an atelier for this famous French brand in actually West Hollywood. It's an area of Los Angeles. Now Los Angeles is going to be home to the world's largest Saint Laurent store. They're opening next month on Rodeo Drive, a gigantic 7,000 square foot store. It's going to be like a Saint Laurent department store.
Wow, and this will be the global flagship store, correct?
Right, in Los Angeles, not Paris. It's a little hard to wrap your mind around for a brand that's been so Parisian for so many decades.
It certainly is, but at the same time, all of these changes seem to be working. I mean, shoppers are snapping up his designs and sales are up, right?
They're up 18% for that brand. The luxury group owned by Kering overall was up 4% last year. So it's really growing much faster than the other brands in that group. It has been spectacularly successful, and sort of the coolness of that brand is really going back to what it was back in the 1960s when it was really much fresher and newer. It's interesting because this brand has been, and this designer has been heavily criticized within the fashion community. People have really sniped and griped. They can be very catty in fashion, and they have thrown it all at him. But the truth is the consumer is totally unaware of all that, and they're just slurping it up.
And I have to admit, I am personally coveting the Sac de Jour, this gorgeous bag that Eddie designed. It's a sort of casual Birkin bag, but I'm not alone in coveting this bag, right?
You and Cameron do that.
Yeah. I mean, I see it on all the celebrities, but I have to say, I mean, I remember saving up for my first designer bag, which incidentally was a YSL Muse bag. And at the time, I confess, it was about $1,000, which I thought was astronomical. But these bags are now over $3,000. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is the price for a designer bag these days. So when you save, you really have to save. Of course, you know, a pair of designer shoes is $1,500. So the prices are just astronomical.
They really are. I don't think I'll be saving up for this one. I'll just admire it from afar. Thank you so much, Christina, for that.
My pleasure.